Today we're going to look at some essential jazz vocabulary. This is something that you really need to have in your tool belt. It's very simple. It's used by pretty much everybody. You know, very, very essential kind of jazz trick or concept, if you will. I'm gonna put it to use in a tune, Blue and Green, one of my very favorites by Miles Davis, written by Bill Evans. And yeah, it's gonna be on three or four different places in that tune. But it's very easy to use in any tune, as you'll see. So let me just play it for you. Play through the changes of the tune and just play the idea, and then we'll talk about it after. So this is the changes for Blue and Green. And the idea that we're going to look at today is this. And it comes again here. Then same thing here, same chord. That was the third variation, a third key, I should say. Let me play around of the tune for you, and I'll play that idea whenever we come to a dominant chord, which is what this idea works on right now. Before we start, if you want to download the lesson material, PDF files with tabs, backing tracks, all that stuff, link in the description for my Patreon page. You can get everything there for all the Jazz Guitar Daily lessons. I like to play this tune as a bossa nova. It's really, of course, a ballad, but yeah, it works. I like it as this. So, what is this thing? It's it is. Let me keep my tongue straight in my mouth here. A minor arpeggio, minor major 7 arpeggio. So a minor triad with a major 7 on top, and we're playing it from half a step above the root of a dominant chord. Now, this is making it an altered tonality. Now, I just want to say, with this information that I'm sure a lot of you have heard, typical thing for guitar players is, okay, minor major 7 arpeggio from half a step above the root. Okay, the root is A, we're going to play B flat minor 7, and automatically, because on the guitar you have 2 octaves under your fingers, we're going to do this. Okay, and that's not wrong, but it's not really that useful. Most other instruments, when they are told to play an arpeggio, they're gonna play it 1 octave. So we'll start there. That's the first thing. The second thing that makes this really easy is that we're actually starting on the root. Okay, so we have, and we play it descending. So on an A7 chord, the first note that you're playing is the root A. Okay, so however you want to look at this down the road, you know, to be able to use this, you have to know it so well that you don't really have to think about it. It just, you know that sound, and your fingers automatically know how to play it. But if you want to look at this as that B flat minor major 7 arpeggio, then this root of A is going to be the major 7th of the arpeggio. Okay, so you have the major 7th, 5th, minor 3rd, and root. So the root is here, and you play it, yeah, descending. And typically, this is very often used like right before the chord change. So in this case, A7 altered going to D minor. Okay, it's very often used right before you go to D minor, and just as a transition to that chord like this. And then we just slide down here, which will be then the fifth of the new chord. Could be a major chord, resolved to a major chord. Right, we have that from that another chord, the F7 chord is going to resolve to a B flat major. And that's really the whole thing. It's not more than that, you know. You can learn it in several octaves and stuff like that, but the concept is, you know, to have to learn it first. Just think that you're starting on the root. So let's move on to the next place where we have this idea, and that's on the F7 chord. So where's again, start on the root, and then you play this. Okay. And check out different fingerings. Very often you'll find yourself maybe playing the F on this string, and you can play this. Same thing, just except the first note is here. Or you could be in a position where you play the F with your first finger like this, then you would play like this. Okay? But just keep it simple. You're starting from the root, and this is the shape you're playing. And that resolves to a B flat major 7. In this case, a B flat major 7 sharp 11. We'll talk about that in a bit. And we have A again, and then we have on the E7 altered, starting on the root. Where's the root? E. Okay, check out all the different places where you can play this. Of course, you could start with the root here, up here, right? So yeah. There are some few places, but this is a line that you'll hear, you know, all the time in jazz music, and it's just a really nice line to transition from that dominant chord to the next chord, and giving it also an altered tonality. So what I wanted to do now is play a couple of rounds on the song for you, and then we'll look at different scale options for the entire tune, and yeah, some cool stuff on that too. So it was a lot in there. I'm sure you heard. I tried to give you a wink when I played it. So let's look at the entire tune, just the keys, key changes and stuff like that, because it's not really that straight ahead. It's got some things to be aware of. So the main key of the song is D minor. So the first chord, G minor 6, falls within that scale, just a D minor scale. So I have, you can see the scale diagrams for the scales. You see, I think most of the bars you'll see is D minor. And bar number 2, A7 altered. So A altered scale. I've written it as what to call it. You can call it many things. Let's look at it as like a B flat melodic minor bebop scale. Now, if you remember a couple of lessons ago, we did a lesson called magical scale or something like that. This is the same scale, but instead of starting on the 5th string, starting on the 4th string. If you look at this as the starting point of the scale, you could call it a Locrian scale with a natural second and a bebop. Bebop scale meaning just this chromatic passing note, whatever you want to call this. It's an altered scale, but yeah, whatever point of view you want to look at it from, it can be many things. We'll look into this position of the scale in a later lesson, because there's a lot of things to be had from that. But that's just an altered dominant leading to D minor 9. Now we're back to D minor again. And then we have C minor to F7 to B flat major. So this would be a 2-5-1 in the key of, or a temporary key. It's not really a temporary key, but a B flat. So I just wrote B flat major because it is in the key of B flat. That would be the right notes. When we get to B flat, we have to it's not actually B flat because we have the sharp 11, so that would be B flat Lydian, which is the same as D minor. So we're back to D minor again. So if you see, I wrote a couple of more scales for those bars instead of in addition to the B flat major, and that would be this magical scale of ours again, the E flat Locrian natural 9 bebop scale or whatever, F altered. And you can use that for the entire bar, C minor to F7. You can use it on the entire bar, or you could go from the regular like B flat major or C Dorian, same scale. C minor, Dorian, F7. Still C Dorian if you want to, but you can alter that with this scale, the bebop thing. Yeah, and there's one cool thing that I just want to point out, and that's on the B flat major 7 sharp 11, and that's to play the pentatonic scale from a step below. So in this case, a pentatonic scale. It's a really cool way of establishing that Lydian sound on B flat major 7. Let me play those bars for you from C minor 7. And on B flat. Yeah, and then we go to A7 altered again, same A altered scale or whatever you want to call it, B flat melodic minor, to D minor 6. Now we have a D Dorian because we have the 6th. It's the same as a regular A minor scale. And on the E altered, we have this magical thing again. Of course, this concept that we're working on today is coming from that scale. It's just that we're not playing all the notes in between, so making it kind of more pure, or I don't know. And the last two bars, that's D Dorian again, for A minor 9 and D minor 6. So just thing to be aware of when you go from the end of the tune to the beginning, from D minor 6 to this G minor 6. Note that is changing in that scale is the B natural. It's going from that to B flat. So let me try to what I want to show you. I want to show you first that A minor pentatonic on the B flat major 7. It's just one bar, 2 bars, 1 bar. I'm having half tempo on the changes on this comp, but let me see if I can try to demonstrate that. I like that sound on top of. Kind of modern, I think. The whole thing is kind of modal sounding, I guess, the tune, even though it's got a lot of chords. But I think we have it covered for now. The thing that I encourage you to just learn is that arpeggio, and try to put it in any tune, any tune you're playing, especially when you have a dominant chord leading to, a 5 chord leading to a 1 chord. Maybe not on every dominant chord in the blues that this would work that well. It would work on some of it, but mostly like a transition, really strong transition from a dominant chord to a 1 chord. Very strong line, very very clear harmonic content and melodic content. So definitely learn it and practice using it. So have a great day. See you soon. Bye bye.